Hello dear student, welcome back to the physics lecture. So in today's video or today's lecture, we will start your BSc first semester syllabus. So already in previous video I discussed or already we discussed what the BSc first semester only syllabus part. So in today's video we will start your syllabus of first unit. Okay, in first, what is the first unit? Laws of motion. So in first unit you are having a what? 4 subunit. What is that? Newton's laws of motion or law of motion, linear momentum, rotational momentum, work and energy. Okay, so we will start with Newton's law of motion. So already you know that in Newton's law of motion you are having a 3 law, first law, second law and third law. So one by one we will see the Newton's law of motion. So see here the Newton's first law of motion. What is the Newton's first law of motion? See here the definition is there. What? Every object will remain at rest or in a uniform motion. So every object what? Will remain rest or in a uniform motion in a straight line. Okay. So unless compelled to change its state by the action of an external force. So see here, this is what the definition of a Newton's first law of motion. So how the Newton's first law of motion will be takes place, we'll see by this image. So see here, one object is there. Okay. So here the ball is what? One object. So it is in a straight line. Okay. The object, it is in rest or motion. Which type of motion? Uniform, means same motion. Okay. So one object in a straight line, it is a rest or a motion. So what happened? We have to apply a certain force. So see here we are kicking a ball. So that is nothing but we are applying a certain force. So what is the result? We are giving here, see here, an object in a motion will continue with a constant speed and direction. So when we applied a force or an object which is a rest or uniform motion, it start a continuous motion. Okay, it will start a continuous motion. It is known as what? Newton's first law of motion. Got it? When we have to apply a certain forces in a rest or a uniform object, what will happen? So it will start a continuous motion or a continuous speed will be takes place. So this is what? Newton's first law of motion. Okay. Next we will see the what? Newton's second law of motion. So see here, what is the Newton's second law of motion? The force of an object is equal to its mass time and its what? Acceleration. So already we know that the second law means we know the formula F equal to ma. So what is the F? F is nothing but force, m is nothing but mass and a is nothing but what? Acceleration. So see here the second law itself telling that force is equal to mass and acceleration. How the second law will takes place? So we will see this image. So see here, if we apply more force of an object, it accelerates at a higher rate. So see here, a man pushing a certain mass which is in a one what? Wheel. So when the man is applying a force to the certain mass, what happened? The speed increasing. Speed increasing means what? Acceleration will be takes place. That's why the formula has proved. What is the formula? That force equal to mass into acceleration. Got it? So this is what? Newton's second law of motion. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So we will complete the first law of motion as well as the second law of motion. We will see next the third law of motion. What is the third law of motion? So see here, every action is equal and opposite reaction. Already you know that. What? The third law of motion. Every action is equal and opposite reaction. How the law will be takes place? So see here this image. Action is equal to reaction. So you have to see here one ball is there. Your what happened? You are throwing one ball. What happened? Again it come back to the same position and go down. So like that every action is equal and opposite reaction. You are applying a action, what you are giving back? Reaction. So this is known as what? Newton's third law of motion. Okay. So up to this already we discussed what? Newton's first law of motion with example, second law and the third law. Okay. So next we will move to the what? Velocity. So before knowing the velocity, we know that the y term indicate what? Displacement. Okay, the y term indicate as a displacement. So see here, what is the velocity? The rate of change of displacement is known as the what? Velocity. Here rate word indicates that time. The rate of change of means the timing changing with respect to the displacement is known as the velocity. So see here d by dt. It is nothing but the rate of change. Which rate of change? What? Displacement y. So dy by dt equal to we are getting what? Velocity. Got it? Velocity andre enri? Rate of change of displacement. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೈತ್ರಿ? y ಐತ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ v ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು dy by dt. dy by dt ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೈತ್ರಿ? ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ y ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. Okay, got it? So see here y. So here we are taking y equal to a sin omega t. So why we are taking these equation? Why? Because these equation indicate the equation of SHM. What is SHM? Simple harmonic motion. So in simple harmonic motion, what? Displacement is nothing but a sin omega t. Okay. So that's why we are taking y equal to what? A sin omega t. So here we are substituting the y value. See here d of a sin omega t divided by dt. What we are getting? We are getting a v equal to a omega cos omega t. So d by dt. Differentiation of sin omega t is nothing but what? Cos omega t. So we are getting what? v equal to a omega cos omega t. So here y is a displacement. Got it? So velocity is nothing but rate of change of what? Displacement. That displacement is nothing but y dy by dt equal to what? Small b. Small b is nothing but what? Velocity. So by the simple harmonic motion we know that displacement equal to a sin omega t. So this complete the what? Velocity. Next we will move to the acceleration. What is the acceleration? See here acceleration means what? The rate of change of velocity. So here the rate of change of displacement is called velocity. Next rate of change of velocity is known as what? Acceleration. Got it? The rate of change of velocity is known as the acceleration. So see here acceleration equal to what? d of v divided by dt. So again see here we know that the v value. What is the v value? v equal to what? a omega cos omega t. So just substitute the value of v. What we are getting? We are getting minus a omega square sin omega t. Why? Differentiation of cos omega t is nothing but minus sin omega t. That's why we are getting what? Minus a omega square sin omega t. So again see here we are taking one equation. What is that? Minus omega square y. So here y is nothing but a sin omega t. So we are substituting the value of a sin omega t as a y. So we are getting acceleration. Acceleration is equal to minus omega square into y. Okay. So see here next we have to simplifying these equation. So see here acceleration by displacement equal to omega square. So they are taking y here. So y is nothing but displacement. So writing it as what? Displacement. So acceleration by displacement equal to omega square. Next, if equal to omega square, so minus sign will be what? If we take this term and this term, we are getting only omega square equal to acceleration by displacement. So see here, we are cancelling the square, means here we are getting a square root. So like that, omega equal to square root of acceleration by displacement. Next, we know that omega equal to what? Angular frequency. So angular frequency is nothing but 2 pi f. So that's why omega equal to 2 pi f, again square root of acceleration by displacement. So next, see here, by simplification we are getting what? 2 pi by t. Why we are taking the t? So see here 1 by t equal to f. Okay, so 1 by t equal to f. So frequency is reciprocal of time. By taking this term and again by the adding or simplification. So here what we are getting? Omega equal to 2 pi by t. Okay. So next, so we are applying the omega value here. So we are getting 2 pi by t equal to same term, square root of acceleration by displacement. So 2 pi by t equal to square root of acceleration by displacement. So last, the final equation we have to take in the form of t. So t equal to 2 pi into square root of displacement by acceleration. So this is our final expression in a acceleration. Okay. So this complete today's class. In today's class already we discussed the Newton's first law of motion with example, second law of motion with example, third law of motion with example. Next, velocity and the acceleration. Okay. We'll continue next video. Okay. Thank you.